My beloved child, this message is reaching you at a significant moment, when what is being prepared for your future has begun to touch gently upon the life you are living today. I want you to become still, not because of fear or any threat, but because your heart needs a quiet space in which to recognize the guidance that is becoming clearer. Recently, you may have felt an unexplainable prompting, as though something were drawing near, as though a door had not yet opened, but the wind from the other side had already begun to move across your life. You are not imagining that feeling. It is a sign that a new season is taking shape, and I am helping you prepare to enter it with peace, awareness, and maturity. What is coming does not require you to chase after it in panic. It requires you to keep your heart steady, because when the time becomes ripe, what belongs to you will find its way to you. I am Michael, standing beside you as a reminder of the courage, protection, and righteous strength you have often forgotten within yourself. During these recent days, you may have noticed repeated signs, heard words that touched something deeply hidden within you, or felt an uneasiness that caused you to pause before a choice that seemed ordinary. Not every sign is a prophecy, but there are moments when I use your sensitivity to keep you from what is unsuitable. I guided you away from certain encounters, caused some plans to be delayed, and allowed you to lose interest in roads that once appeared attractive. You believed you were missing something, but many times it was protection. I do not want you to enter the future with your hands filled with the past. So I am gently removing attachments, false beliefs, and fears that once caused you to accept less than what you deserve. Amid this preparation, a connection is being formed with someone who will walk beside you through an important chapter of your life. You do not yet need to know where they are, what their name is, or how the meeting will take place. What you need to understand is that this person is also passing through a process of growth. They have felt an emptiness that accomplishments, temporary relationships, and constant busyness could not fill. There have been nights when they wondered why they still did not truly feel that they belonged. Even though everything appeared fine outwardly, there have been moments when they dreamed of a figure whose face they could not see, felt a strange peace, and awakened with a longing deeper than usual. They cannot yet name it, but something within them is gradually recognizing that genuine love is not merely meeting someone attractive. It is meeting someone who helps them become more honest, compassionate, and courageous. You have carried a similar awareness for a long time. This is why shallow connections often exhaust you, even when others consider them good enough. You are not easily satisfied by words without action, attention that appears only when convenient, or relationships that require you to lose yourself in order to remain. At times, you blamed yourself for being too sensitive, too deep, or too hesitant to open your heart. But I want you to understand that your longing is not a flaw. What you need is to preserve discernment without turning it into suspicion toward everyone. Do not close the door because of what happened in the past, but neither should you open it merely because you fear loneliness. The right person will not require you to betray your good values. They will not leave you continually wondering whether you are respected, because their presence will gradually bring clarity instead of confusion. Perhaps this person has sensed you through prayers that were never fully formed, through dreams, or through a vague longing for someone they have never met. Yet do not turn this into an obsession that causes you to search for them in every face that appears. Love, guided by wisdom, does not cause you to lose the present. It does not require you to assign meaning to every encounter or treat every emotional stirring as final confirmation. I want you to continue living fully, caring for your life, performing your responsibilities well, and building a strong foundation. When you know how to live peacefully even before this person appears, you will not enter the relationship from a place of lack. You will approach them with a heart capable of loving without clinging, sharing without controlling, and walking beside another without losing your boundaries. Grace does not flow toward you because you press a button, type a statement of agreement, or perform an action to prove that you are worthy. I do not place my love and protection within gestures of exchange. What I seek within you is sincerity, a willingness to be guided, and choices aligned with what is good. Genuine agreement is not found in hurried words. It is revealed when you release an unhealthy relationship, refuse to return to a cycle that repeatedly wounded you, and choose healing instead of carrying the past into the future. You prepare the way for something new by becoming honest with yourself, not by fearing that a blessing will disappear if you fail to complete some ritual. What is truly meant for you is not so fragile that it can be lost because you failed to touch a screen. I know you feared that too much time had passed, that the right person might already have crossed your path, or that former choices had delayed your good future forever. But what I am preparing has not been cancelled because you once made mistakes. Former lessons can become wisdom if you stop using them to condemn yourself. You have not arrived too late for your own life. This person has not become lost from the path merely because the two of you have not yet met. Both of you are being guided through necessary experiences so that when you meet, you will not only feel attraction, but will also possess the ability to protect what you receive. If a connection had arrived before you learned to respect yourself, you might have surrendered too much in order to keep it. If they had approached before learning responsibility, they might not have known how to value your sincerity. Waiting is not emptiness. It is a room of preparation. When the meeting comes, allow the relationship to develop through truth and time. Do not depend only upon a sense of familiarity or signs that move you emotionally. Observe how this person keeps their word, faces disagreement, treats those who cannot benefit them, and respects your boundaries. A good connection will not only make your heart respond, it will also create a space where peace is nurtured. This person may not be perfect, and neither are you. But both of you must be willing to learn, apologize, change, and continue moving forward together. I do not promise that love will be without challenges, but healthy love will not use challenges as excuses for dishonesty, manipulation, or repeated harm. My beloved child, be at peace because you are not walking alone through this season of transition. I am reminding you to be cautious about what drains your peace, while also encouraging you not to allow fear to prevent you from receiving what is good. The person who will walk beside you is being led toward maturity, just as you are being prepared to recognize them through discernment rather than desperation. When your two paths meet, the strongest confirmation will not be loud signs, but increasing clarity, consistent respect, and the sense that both of you can build together rather than pull one another down. Keep your heart tender, your eyes awake, and your steps steady. What I have placed upon your path will not require you to force it. It will arrive at the right time and will be recognized not merely through emotion, but through the good fruit produced in both of your lives. You must know that even within the silence where nothing appears to be moving, I am still arranging the roads, people, and opportunities needed to bring you closer to the breakthrough that has been prepared. Doors are opening in places you never considered. Answers are taking shape within conversations you have not heard. And assistance is moving toward you, even though your eyes cannot yet recognize it. Do not measure my work only by what is visible before you, because the most important part is often completed in hidden places. When you believe everything is standing still, I am reconnecting what has been scattered, adjusting the timing, removing obstacles, and positioning you so that when the opportunity appears, you will not merely see it, but will also be steady enough to enter it. The trials behind you were not sent to destroy you. They became the place where endurance, discernment, and steadfastness were trained within you. Every period of waiting taught you not to allow temporary emotion to control long-term decisions. Every failed plan protected you from an unsuitable direction. Every person who left your life left behind a lesson that helped you recognize who deserves to walk beside you in the next stage. You called certain events losses, but you will eventually understand that they were redirections. You believed some closed doors meant you were not good enough, but they actually closed because there was no peaceful future for you behind them. I did not take from your hands what belongs to you. I only prevented you from holding too long to what would have slowed your progress, even when you did not realize it. You were supported through many moments when you believed you were about to collapse. There were days when you continued working despite the heaviness in your heart, remained kind even when you received nothing equal in return, and rose again even though no one knew how fiercely you had fought to survive the long night. It was during those days that your inner strength was formed. I transformed impatience into patience, turned disappointment into discernment, and used misunderstanding to release you from the need for universal approval. Now, the things that once caused you to cry will begin to carry new meaning, because you will see how they prepared you for the gift that is coming. This change will confirm that not one faithful moment of your life was forgotten. What is about to appear will bring such clarity that you will no longer need to wonder whether it is merely good fortune or coincidence. It will arrive in a place where you could not open the way by yourself, at a time you could not have arranged, and through means beyond your predictions. I will not require you to force a small opportunity into becoming something it is not. When the true door opens, you will recognize it because it will carry peace, even if the responsibility behind it is great. You may be surprised and even feel unprepared, but then you will look back upon every former step and understand that the entire journey was preparation. A miracle does not always arrive with a great sound. Sometimes it comes through a phone call, an invitation, an unexpected decision, or someone being prompted to help you at the right time. I also want you to understand why you may have felt heavier than usual recently. There are moments when your thoughts become confused. Sadness appears without warning. Fear attempts to enter, even though nothing outwardly seems very different. And exhaustion makes you want to release the things you once believed. Do not quickly conclude that you have become weak. When someone is about to leave an old season, everything that once held them will often attempt to speak more loudly. Old memories will remind you that you once failed. Negative voices will try to make you question your worth, and weariness will tempt you to stop just before you see the result. But you refuse to allow those voices to determine your steps. You continued praying, continued rising, and continued holding to what was right, even when your hands were tired. That perseverance has made you different from the person you once were. You are no longer easily carried away by one difficult day. No longer believe every negative thought that enters your mind, and no longer grant fear the authority to write the ending of your story. Every time you chose calm instead of panic, you reclaimed authority over yourself. Every time you rested instead of condemning yourself, you broke the pattern of exhaustion. Every time you avoided an unnecessary argument, you protected resources needed for something more important. No one may have seen those victories, but I saw them. The miracle that is coming is not a reward for perfection, but the fruit of a process in which you repeatedly chose to continue despite having no visible evidence that circumstances would change. While you sleep, I continue protecting you from things you do not yet recognize. Certain circumstances appeared to change direction by chance, but in truth, you were moved away from an unsafe place. Appointments were cancelled, connections naturally faded, and certain people suddenly withdrew, leaving you confused and wondering what you had done wrong. But not every departure is a loss. Some people appeared friendly only when it benefited them, while quietly spreading negativity behind your back. Others always brought sweet words, yet their presence stole your peace, made you doubt yourself, and slowly drew you away from what was good. I did not allow you to see every intention, because sometimes knowing too much would only wound your heart more deeply. Instead, I created distance, allowed unsuitable connections to reveal themselves, and guided you out of situations that carried the potential for harm. Do not chase those who have been removed from your journey merely because you fear being alone. Do not attempt to reopen a closed door through self-blame, excessive explanations, or lowered boundaries so that someone will return. If someone truly belongs in your new season, they will not require you to lose your peace in order to keep them. Those permitted to walk with you for a long time will respect your growth. Refuse to mock your dreams. Never exploit your weaknesses, and not force you to continually prove your sincerity. I am purifying the space around you so that what is coming will not be suffocated by noise, jealousy, or relationships that know only how to receive without giving support. Be grateful even for separations you do not yet understand, because sometimes being rescued from something looks very much like rejection. What I need from you now is not impatience, but an alert heart. Do not run everywhere searching for proof that the miracle has arrived. And do not assign special meaning to every small event merely because you are waiting. Continue performing the work before you with faithfulness, caring for your body, keeping your thoughts clean, and protecting your time of rest. When an opportunity appears, you will need enough clarity to distinguish it from an attractive invitation that draws you away from the right direction. What comes from me will not require you to betray your principles, harm others, or live in continual confusion. It may challenge what is familiar, but it will not destroy the deep peace within you. It will require courage, but it will not demand that you become a stranger to yourself. Therefore, my beloved child, continue walking calmly. Hidden movements are beginning to come together. Answers are drawing nearer, and what was once scattered is being placed in its proper position. Do not allow the heaviness of recent days to make you forget the entire road you have already traveled. You are not standing here by accident. You were preserved through many things that could have caused you to stop. When the blessing appears, it will not only change your circumstances, it will also heal the way you view the seasons of waiting. You will understand that delay helped you mature, rejection protected you, and the times you believed you were being left behind were actually leading you to the right place. Then you will know with certainty that I never took my eyes from you, never forgot your silent prayers, and never stopped working, even in the quiet moments when you believed heaven had fallen silent. Guard with wisdom the resources that are quietly making their way toward you, because something newly sprouted often needs protection before it becomes strong enough to stand beneath the gaze of others. I know you passed through months when you believed many doors would never reopen. Opportunities had disappeared, and prayers had dissolved into silence. Yet just when you thought every road had closed, small movements began to appear, an unexpected invitation, an idea gradually becoming clearer, a connection once forgotten returning at the right time, or a resource coming from a place you never considered. These things may not appear great at first, but like seeds hidden deep within the soil, they carry the life of a new season. Therefore, do not dig them up every day merely because you are eager to see whether they have grown. Water them through perseverance, protect them through caution, and allow time to complete its work. I do not place abundance in your hands only to give you greater comfort or cause others to admire you. Everything I allow to come is connected to a responsibility greater than temporary joy. These resources may help you settle unfinished obligations, build a peaceful home, care for those you love, and create the stability you have lacked for a long time. But that is not the full extent of their purpose. When managed rightly, what you receive can become food for those who lack, opportunity for those who feel trapped, encouragement for those who have nearly lost hope, and a foundation for good works extending far beyond your own interests. I want what comes to you not to stop within your hands, but to flow through your life in compassion. Yet for that flow to endure, you need a calm heart, a clear mind, and hands that know how to preserve before they know how to release. The greatest danger during a season of support is not always the return of lack. Sometimes it is the desire to prove that you have succeeded. After being underestimated for so long, you may feel compelled to show everyone how far you have come. After being doubted, you may want to use your results to answer every word that once wounded you. But, my beloved, when you turn blessing into a tool for making others regret their opinion of you, the peace within you will gradually be replaced by a race with no finish line. You will begin making decisions according to the eyes of the world rather than genuine purpose. You may purchase what you do not need, reveal what should remain unspoken, or enter commitments merely to create an image. Do not give those who once misunderstood you authority over your new season. Your growth does not need to be proven through display. It will reveal itself through the way you live steadily. Treat others kindly, and use what you possess wisely. True strength does not usually appear in noise. I have taught you many times that the greatest things may be done quietly, where no crowd applauds and no one gives recognition. An act of help that is never announced can still rescue someone from a day of despair. A gift offered privately can restore a family's hope. A wise decision made in silence can protect the future of many people you may never know. When you are truly strong, you no longer need to speak continually about your strength. When you are genuinely stable, You do not need to display everything in order to feel valuable. Humility does not diminish the beauty of achievement. It protects achievement from unnecessary eyes, words, and influences. Money itself is not the destination, nor is it a measurement of who you are. It is only a tool, and the value of that tool depends upon the heart using it. In the hands of a grateful person, it can create safety and open the way for generosity. In the hands of someone without discipline, the very thing once viewed as a solution can become a new source of pressure. Therefore, when you begin receiving more, do not immediately raise your standard of living beyond your ability to manage. Take time to bring order, fulfill necessary obligations, build reserves, and distinguish genuine needs from temporary desires. Do not allow the joy of provision to make you forget the lessons you learned in seasons of scarcity. Wisdom does not require you to live in fear, but it reminds you not to spend your future merely to satisfy today's emotions. What I place in your hands must be cared for like a seed, because if you use everything to impress others, you will have nothing left to plant for future seasons. I also want you to be cautious about what you share. Not every change needs to be announced. Not every plan must be explained. And not everyone who asks questions possesses the ability to support what is being formed. Some people will genuinely rejoice when they see you progressing because their love is not threatened by your growth. They will bless you, protect your reputation when you are absent, and remind you to remain humble when success comes. Yet others may smile before you while privately comparing themselves, becoming uncomfortable, or planting doubt in what you are building. You do not need to fear them, nor do you need to distrust everyone. I only want you to mature in the way you grant access. Love may be offered to many, but private information, important plan, and financial decisions should be placed only before those who have demonstrated loyalty, maturity, and discretion. When others do not understand your privacy, they may say you have changed, become distant, or no longer share as you once did. Do not respond with anger, and do not rush to explain yourself in search of approval. There are seasons when you must learn to remain silent without feeling guilty. This is not because you are concealing wrongdoing, but because something precious requires room to mature. A house under construction cannot allow everyone to enter while the foundation is still wet. In the same way, new plans, opportunities, and stability within your life need protection from excessive opinions, pressure, and outside expectations. When the time is right, the results will speak. Those who truly love you will not demand the right to know every detail in order to prove their position in your life. They will respect the pace and boundaries you choose. Remember that discretion is not the same as selfishness. I am not calling you to keep everything for yourself, but teaching you to give the right thing to the right person at the right time. There are people you may be able to help financially, but others need guidance to stand on their own instead of continually depending upon your kindness. Some requests sound deeply moving, but if you agree out of guilt, you may be sustaining an unhealthy pattern for both people. Give with compassion, but do not give under manipulation. Offer support when there is peace and clear purpose, but do not allow anyone to make you feel responsible for every problem they face. I want your generosity to produce life, not exhaust you until bitterness quietly grows within. In the days ahead, If new resources begin to arrive, slow down before making every major decision. Do not commit immediately merely because you are excited. Do not reveal everything simply because you desire celebration. And do not transform your whole life because of one early sign. Confirm stability. Observe the process. And seek counsel from those who understand responsibility rather than those merely fascinated by success. What is lasting is not afraid of careful consideration. A good door will not disappear simply because you take time to examine it wisely. I am not leading you out of lack in order to bring you into another kind of disorder. I want you to possess more while also becoming more peaceful, to expand while remaining steady, and to gain the ability to help others without losing order within your own life. Therefore, my beloved child, receive the new season with a grateful but quiet heart, open hands guided by discernment, and a hopeful mind strengthened by discipline. Do not use what I give you to answer those who once despised you. Use it to build what the difficult years prepared you to accomplish. Do not rush to seek recognition, because peace within your home, stability in your decisions, and the joy of those you help will become a testimony strong enough. I am teaching you not only how to receive blessing, but also how to protect it, develop it, and transform it into something good and lasting. Remain calm when the door opens, humble when people begin to notice, and wise when many invitations arrive. What is now sprouting will grow at the appointed time, provided you do not damage it through haste, pride, or the need to be seen by the entire world.